What up, what up, what up? Wow. Let's see, I'm probably doing this completely wrong. I'm just messing this up, guys. So bear with me. Bear with your girl. Bear with me. All right. Cool. There's like a delay. I'm watching myself on the big screen and on the little screen on my phone, and it's the strangest delay. Holla, thank you for joining my Q&A, where I'm gonna answer questions that people have for me, which is very exciting. I'm pumped. I feel like this is the first Q&A I've ever done. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've done any in the past, so this will be cool. Make sure everyone knows I'm going live so that there are no people who miss it. Yay, there's more people joining. This is so nice. I'm glad you guys decided to join me and ask me questions. So I'll probably give it like 2-ish minutes because I'm one of those people that's late all the time. So I'm sure we're gonna have some late joiners, and when they come, we can get started, get this party started, get the live going. And then I'll do a little intro because I'm sure there might be a lot of people who just don't even know who I am and are like, hello, thanks for joining. I'm sure there's people that are like, who is this random girl on Taylor Cummings' page? And it's me. It's Official Lax Girl. To answer questions about lacrosse. Let's see, all around big brain. How did lacrosse prepare me for a role in STEM? I think sports just made me more competitive. Like, I've always been a fairly competitive person, and playing sports really enhanced that. So I've always just, yeah, I think it taught me to seek to be my best, and especially on a team. Like, I understand that there's a lot of different people that can contribute on a team. So I just always try to keep that in mind, that like the team is, my team at work is bigger than just me. When there's new people, it's kind of like when freshmen join or new players join, right? You want to teach them, you want to help them become better players. So I kind of try to keep that in mind of like, keeping a team mentality in mind. Yep. Ooh. All right. I'm sending this to all my friends to make sure they join. Gonna bully them. Did I play in college? Yes. So I went to Sewanee, the University of the South, and I played for 2 years, freshman and sophomore year, and then junior year I started my first business. So balancing STEM major and business and all the other things about life, I decided to step away, and now since then I've just been traveling around the world playing with friends, joining leagues, all that good stuff. But yes, I did play in college as well, and it was awesome, by the way. And anyone can play in college. There's always a spot for everyone. So don't be scared to chase your dreams and go play. Let's see what other fun. Sorry guys, my setup is all over the place. Cool. We're good. I recruited all my troops now. Ooh, what was your college and lacrosse recruiting profile like? So I made a tape, but I feel like I didn't really properly understand like what should go on highlight tape, and looking back and like, okay, now I kind of understand more about what goes into it. So so I played attack, and mine included a lot of my goals, assists, really good defensive plays, because I think redefending is really important too when you're playing, obviously. So I tried to incorporate as much of that as I could. And yeah, I think the best tip I would give is just like watch as many highlights as you can. Watch your favorite players' highlights and see what they did to, attract coaches and be good players, and then that'll give you an idea of what you should put in your tape. Did you used to want to be a lacrosse player growing up? Yes. So I started playing my freshman year of high school, and immediately I fell in love with the sport, fell in love with the game. I was like, I want to do this forever. To this day, I want to be a lacrosse player, and I think that's why I've kept up my Instagram, my Twitter, and stayed so involved, because I just love the game so much, and I want to stay in the game. What was my process like? So the recruiting process for me, I'm trying to think. It's been a minute. So my college career process was a little interesting. So I received a full ride to college, a full tuition scholarship through the Posse Foundation. And so as I was kind of gearing up to get recruited, I was playing in tournaments, doing different things. And then once I got Posse, it pretty much, narrowed down my choices to that one school. So before that, I was on a club team. We'd play at tournaments, and I reached out to coaches, visited a couple schools, did an overnight visit. And then when I got Posse, I hadn't contacted the coach there to say, hey, I want to come play for your school. So I emailed the coach, sent her my tape, and said, hi, I'd love to meet with you when I'm on campus. And then she and I sat down, we talked, it was awesome. And I already knew I was going for academics. And so I knew I still wanted to play lacrosse, and that was important to me. So I was able to make that work. Yep. What are my goals once COVID is over? I want to learn how to roller skate. If my best friends are watching this, please know y'all are going to be roller skating with me. We're going to be roller skating up and down the city of Atlanta. And I'm wearing like my box gear to make sure that I don't get hurt, because I will probably fall and hurt myself. Aside from that, I think, this time has really taught me that I want to spend more time outside. I want to spend more time with friends, with family, people I love. So yeah, just going to try to be more, I think, work less and be more with the flow. Those are my goals. I hope that made sense. What athlete do I look up to the most? Obviously, Taylor. We all know Taylor Cummings is an amazing athlete, represents the country really well. I love how she's been able to brand herself, and how she inspires a lot of young athletes, from the jump, from when we first saw her play to now. She's been such an amazing influence. Trying to think overall, I have a lot. Taylor Thornton, Kayla Trainer. My cousin Jordan Zamora is one of the best players in soccer that I've ever seen. He plays in the Premier League, and every day just blows my mind how talented and amazing he is. So definitely a big fan of him. Gotta love LeBron, MJ, Naomi Osaka, Serena Williams, Venus Williams. I have a long list. I love them all. What shows have I been watching? So I've been watching Criminal Minds, and I first was just watching it like when I work, so I wouldn't have silence, because I kind of like having a little background noise sometimes. But then it got too scary, and like I would be watching it while I was trying to eat different meals, and it was just too much. It was too much. It was like, there's too much on, like, little gross scenes on TV, and I'm trying to eat. Stop watching Criminal Minds. Started watching Billions. What else am I watching? I think that's it. I think those are my shows. I'll watch on and off random Netflix shows here and there, but those are... Oh, and I just watched Never Have I Ever. If anyone's watching that, let me know in the comments what you think about that show, because I love it. It was so funny. But yeah, those are my shows. What's it like to play box with men who might have been bigger? What challenges did playing in that league require in my playing style? Playing box with men who are much larger than me was an experience, but it was really cool. I think when I first signed up for the league, they were confused, and they were like, did you sign up for the wrong league? I was like, nope, this is the one. This is what we're gonna do. I signed up for the men's league, and they were really welcoming. Obviously at first I didn't really know what I was doing. I'd only had kind of minimal exposure through US box lacrosse, and so I kind of knew the fundamentals a little bit, but obviously hadn't really played at that pace and with people that were much larger. But once I got over the fear of the size, and then getting used to gloves, gloves are really hard. I don't even play with gloves in the women's game, and so having to play with gloves in the men's game, the stick is different, then I have a helmet, and I'm like, this is too much, it's so hot. But once I got used to all of that, it was really cool. And then I wasn't afraid to push them. They didn't really move much when I pushed them, but I did it. I did my best. I took a shot to the thigh, and that was horrible, but they high-fived me, and it was great. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again this fall. Do I ever feel left out as a girl of color playing lacrosse? You're the only black girl on your team. Yeah, so I think this, I think a lot of the situations I faced weren't overtly racist. I have seen it happen. I've heard racism happens, and that's why I try to be so vocal outspoken about all the things that happen in our sport, because I want to make sure that everyone, feels welcome, and that the landscape of the game is changing and evolving to fit the needs of our players. But I've definitely felt left out. There's been a lot of times, if my friend group was different, or if my socioeconomic status was different than my club team, like I can't talk about the same things that they're talking about, because I don't go to the same places in the summer. I don't take the same trips in the summer, things like that. And it's hard. Like it's really hard to be the only. So anywhere I went, I was the only. And, I had a couple friends on the team, but I think even like I said, without the overt, explicit racism, there's still moments where you kind of feel like, dang, like, I'm playing against a team that doesn't have any girls that look like me, or I go to a PWI and, none of my friends are on the team. So I think I've been lucky not to really face it on the field, but I've definitely felt the othering, that, you're the only one and you're on a tournament in Virginia and no one's talking to you because they don't know you, you don't go to their private school. Like, that's how it is. But I've also been lucky to have coaches that were really, really great and open for their teams, and ensured we had a good culture. So that's what I try to emulate as a coach myself, and try to create for other players. I started playing my freshman year of high school. Favorite workout, favorite drill. Favorite workout, I love like a 3v2 situation, because I play offense. I think it's really fun. Even on defense, I've started to kind of like playing defense, which is odd because it's not really my thing. But yeah, I don't really move as fast as I need to on defense, but I do enjoy playing defense. I think it's pretty fun. Favorite drill, yeah, so 3v2. Favorite workout, it's gonna be weird. This is gonna throw a lot of people off, but I love the elliptical. I just got hip to the elliptical, and listen, you'll be moving on that thing. So if you want a good little warm-up workout before you get on your run, elliptical, that's what's up. My reaction to being official Lax girl. So when I made my account, I think I just turned 13 or maybe just turned 14. And I think Lax Girl 96 was taken, right? So I was like, okay, I'll just pick something random and I'll be official Lax Girl. Didn't think, never thought anything of it. I had 2 followers when I started. I did not understand how this would all blow up and get so big. But I think, and I talk about this a lot as I've grown as a person. So I'm 23 now, going to be 24, which is crazy. So I've had my account for almost 10 years, which is wild. Can't believe I've been on Twitter for that long. As I've evolved and as I've grown as a person, I think at each stage I realize how lucky I am to have my platform and how much I enjoy it and how much I love it. I love getting to talk to players. I love meeting people that are such big fans of the game, and just interacting. So right now my reaction to being official Lax Girl is whoa, super thankful, because I get to meet so many people and, hang out with them. So it's great. What's a good drill during quarantine to practice? I would say wall ball. If you have random stickers, just clump them together and use them as targets for wall ball. Michelle Tumolo taught me that. Big fan of hers. If you have a goal, you can try shooting. I think you can work on your fitness. Fitness was always something that I tried to work on. Dodges. I would dodge trees in our front yard and dodge cars, and not moving cars that were parked in our driveway. Not moving cars. Hardest team to play, hardest goalie to shoot on. That's a good one. Hardest team to play. Oof, that's tough. I would say this summer, maybe. Who do we play against that was really hard? Oh, maybe one of the summers we played against a really good team from Berlin. I think the Berlin team, that was really fun, and that was kind of hard, and I think they were taller than us and really, really intense. Oh, we played against another USA team. I think when you play USA versus USA, it's so intense and so fun. I get to go on these trips, and really lucky to get to go on trips with my friends, and we'll play against other players from the US that are also kind of touring around the world, and that's always really intense because you want to win, right? You want to be the USA. Hardest goalie to shoot on, I have to say it's someone in my box league. One of the guys in box goalies are really hard to get around because they're so big. So it's they're take up this much space, and you have to sneak the ball in somewhere in there. So that was, yeah, I'd say that's the hardest goal to shoot on. Yes, of course, happy to help. Always here. My DMs are always open. If y'all ever want to talk, anyone wants to talk, holla at me. I love talking to people. But yeah, just stay strong. You know, if you're going through things that are tough to handle, anything on your team, always be open, talk to your coaches, talk to your parents, and just remember that you're going to make it through whatever's happening, and you're awesome. What state am I from? So I'm from Maryland, from the DMV. So if any DMVers are watching this, what's up? And I now live in Georgia. I live in Atlanta, so that's where I am right now, hunkering down in my apartment. The best ways to get better at home, I would say wall ball for sure, especially with your offhand, like just hitting the wall, getting comfortable with your stick, making sure that you're comfortable with it. It's great. What else? Yep, and working on, you know, fitness, long runs, sprinting if you can. What stick do I use? So I'm gonna grab my stick. So if I disappear, just give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab them because they're in my room. And I'll show you guys what those are. Did I play for MND? No, I did not. I played for MC Elite, and then I played for Uproar. Yep, I'm gonna grab my sticks and show you guys. I'll be right back. So I have some variation of like stick shaft combos somewhere in my room, but these are what I play with. So we have this one. This is a STX Crux 500, maybe 600. I think it's a 5. And this one has, it's just perfect. I love sticks with like 4 leathers are my jam. I try to keep it pretty simple in my pockets. I don't really do too much, but this one is strung by Gary Gate, which is why I adore it. And it's a Syracuse stick, and this is a Nike Arise Elite shaft. It's pretty lightweight, which is cool. Always love playing with this. Yeah, this is my orange baby, and I usually put my name like in the corner of my sticks. I don't know why. I started doing it in high school, and I've just never stopped. So all my sticks have my initials on there somewhere. And then this is the best. This is an STX Crux I, and oh, yes, it's screwed on. Okay, and it's strung with the rail pocket, which you can kind of see. What up? And this was strung by my friend Robin, who I adore. So Robin, if you're watching this, what's up? And yeah, this is an international head, but I actually play with this all the time. I just think this is like one of the best heads that you could have. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just like the perfect offset, perfect angle, really great like width. The scoop, it's kind of flat, but I actually think it works really well because if you have a good pocket, like usually the ball kind of stays right here, and so it's just really good for cradling. Makes it really easy for releasing the ball, and yeah, and then this is on a Crux 600 shaft, and it's definitely heavier than this one, but these are my babies. Yes. All right, best stamina tips. I just run. I probably am not the best person to answer that question because I just run until I can't run no more. Sprint, lots of sprinting. Yes. My dream college, Syracuse. I would have loved to go there because it is such a cool school and their coach is awesome. And yeah, I adore the Q's program. Best advice I've ever gotten from a coach. Best advice, let me think. Best advice I've ever gotten from a coach. I think something alluding to just being out of my head. Like I'm a very cerebral person. I tend to think a lot, and I'm always wondering, okay, what can I do better? Like, what can I do next? What's my next plan? Things like that. And so, yeah, just get out of your head and just play. I feel like is the best tip that I've ever gotten. When I first started playing, so I was a freshman in high school, I started playing defense, and then I switched over to attack because I wanted to try scoring some goals. Have you ever played goalie? No, I have not. I played field hockey goalie back in the day, and that was a lot. And I was like, they're they're shooting at me, no. I think goalies are awesome, and it takes like really special, awesome players to be goalies, and I respect them a lot. So yeah, I just don't think it's for me. I also would take that really hard. Like I can't move past plays that well. So if someone scored on me, I'd get really sad and be like, oh, okay, like they scored on me. This sucks. Do I like mesh sticks? I haven't really played much with mesh. I have mesh in my closet somewhere that I can maybe try, but I don't really play with them. I tend to just stick to these traditional ones. Thank you, Taylor. What's up? Hey. How do I manage my schedule? So I use my calendar like it's my thing. And my mom also knows my calendar really well. Like, so for those that don't know, I guess I don't really talk about work a lot, but so like I said, I'm 23. I am a consultant, or I work in consulting, senior analyst at a consulting firm. And so I work in the city. You know, my hours are pretty, like not long, but like, 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever. So during the week, that's what I'm doing. And then I travel a lot with US Lacrosse for their Sankofa Clinic series. So, a couple weekends a month, every couple months I travel. So I definitely, always like block out my day for work, and then just try to stay on top of my things at work. That's really important to me. Like I've always, been really dedicated to the work that I do, and I love what I do. So always trying to do my best there. But I really take my weekends as like mine. So if I'm on a weekend, I'm making sure that I'm just enjoying time with my friends and family. And then now with starting a business, it's definitely going to be a little bit tougher because I just have to, buckle up and like get it together and stay on top of my schedule. So my planner, my Google Calendar is going to be my best friend, and that's what I'm going to use. What other sports did I play? So I also played field hockey, and I played it in high school, and then I'll play like rec field hockey here, but mainly lacrosse. Yep. My favorite state that I've gone to for games or tournaments. Ooh, that's tough. I think it's a tie right now. A tie between Florida and California. So I love Florida. I love being warm, and I've been there a couple times for tournaments, and it's just been so much fun. I loved it. And then Cali, I've been to Cali twice. One was for a job interview with Amazon, which was cool. And then the other was for US Box Lax Nationals, and that's when I learned how to play box, and then got to see like, the Huntington Beach Pier, and got to meet one of my friends that I'd met through social media. So I just love the sun, love seeing the beach, and just the vibes. It's good vibes. Best piece of advice I've ever gotten. So I think just being, pushing through mental blocks, like I said earlier, and I think it's definitely easier said than done, but what I would advise is, when you walk off the field, like you don't want to ever feel like you didn't give it your all. You don't want to regret not just letting yourself play and not just enjoying what you're doing. You want to leave your all out there on the field, and you want to show how much fun it is, and you want to, give your all for yourself, for your teammates. So I think just playing without any outside influence, right? Like just play to win, play because you love being there, play because for that hour, however long you're on the field, it's like, this is exactly where I want to be. So that's my advice. What stick do I recommend for a midi who takes the draw? So I know a couple of draw people used an Under Armour stick, and for some reason I can't remember the name of the stick. Man, it's gonna come to me later, and I'm gonna be so annoyed that I forgot the name of the stick, but I cannot remember. But I think anything with like a stiff sidewall, like this one's pretty good for the draw, not so much the pocket, I guess, but anything that has like really good, I guess, sidewalls, like anything that holds the ball really well. And I know STX just came out with, or a couple months ago, came out with a draw specific stick. So yeah, I think anything that holds the ball really well right there on the corner, on the edge, and like allows you to push up. I've only taken the draw a couple times, and sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. I have taken face-offs though in men's league. Woo, that was an experience. I won some, so not even mad about it. Yes, yep, exactly. The regime. That's, yeah, because I remember a kilo trainer or someone taking one with the regime and switching either to the Correct 500 or one of the other sticks. But yeah, just love anything with a good corner and I always try to be first because I know I'm not that experienced with taking the draw. So I always try to just be the first person to like put my stick there so I can put it in my stick and then I can take the draw. And I have also taken it with this one, and this one's pretty good because I feel like it just goes deeper more, so I feel like I have better hold and I'm able to direct it where I want to. And I usually push and just try to toss it to a teammate who I know can jump higher than I can. How do I stay motivated? I don't know. I think I just like winning. But aside from that, I try to pursue things that I'm really passionate about. So whether it be in sports or in life or just anything I do, I try to do things that are fun for me and things that I know I love, because then I can give them my all. And, you know, even if I'm not the best at something, I will always, always, always try to just do my best for myself so that, you know, when I walk off the field or when I, you know, walk away, like I know that I've done the best that I can do. So yeah. And it's tough. I think staying motivated, especially like when you're tired, you're hungry, you just, you know, want to go take a nap, you want to go lay down and watch Netflix, like, but just think of your end goals in mind. You know, where do you want to be in a couple years? What work have you put in already? Like with starting a business, for example, that was really scary. And later, like 5 days in my business, I was like, this is so stressful. I can't do this, Mom. And my mom's like, you have been working at this for a year, which is like, Amazon started in 1990, whatever, and has been working consistently for all those years and now has blown up. Like, you just never know where you can go. So yeah, just stay motivated. Do I like warp sticks? I do. I also have a warp, but I'm a creature of habit. So I literally eat the same things. I do the same things. I play with the same sticks. And I think I played with my warp a couple times and I hadn't really broken it in. So I just switched back to the sticks that I knew pretty well. Where do I see lacrosse in 10 years? In 10 years, I think I definitely see the sport in the Olympics to some extent, whether as exhibition. I think there's definitely still a couple tweaks that are going to be done to really get it where it'll be accepted fully and get more member nations. I see women's lacrosse finally on TV as like seeing it a lot more on national television, as it deserves. But yeah, I see a lot of growth for the sport, and I see a lot more member nations, and I see the sport, you know, being played at the highest level of the Olympics. And hopefully we find a way to continue breaking barriers to entry, whether it be, you know, through race, barriers to entry such as, you know, funding, money, things like that. I see that there's a lot of opening for the sport there. A good pregame snack. I'm a big fan of eating before games. Love a good roast beef sandwich. That is my meal. I don't know why I eat so many roast beef sandwiches. Love fruit snacks, bananas, delicious yellow Gatorade, scrumptious. Might throw a cupcake in there for good measure. Just kidding. But yeah, I try to, you know, a couple hours before a game, always try to make sure I've eaten lunch, drinking lots of water, drinking my Gatorade, eating my fruits. No burritos. Don't do that. Don't eat Chipotle before a game. It's not worth it. So yeah. Is it hard to get recruited in high school? What %? So I don't know percentages that well. Like, I don't know the statistics. I have not really studied that arena, but I don't think it's necessarily hard to get recruited in high school. I think it just depends on kind of the level that you're looking at, you know, the attention that you're getting. With social media, I mean, there's a couple people I can think of right now that are so great at utilizing their social media to push out their highlight tapes and get in touch with coaches. And yeah, I think, you know, if you can make a social media just for lacrosse and for, you know, your sports to highlight, hey, these are my SAT scores, these are my stats, these are my extracurriculars, things like that. Utilize those resources that you have to get your name out there, and yeah, you can get recruited. And you know, I really think there's a spot for everyone. It's just a matter of finding that fit and looking at any opportunity that comes your way. When did I start playing? I started playing in my freshman year of high school. Did I ever get cut from a team? I did not get cut from a team, but there were years when I did not get a lot of playing time, and I like, oh, my stomach just like did a flip. It was like heartbreaking. It was so sad because I just wanted to play so badly. And I was like, I love lacrosse and I would have played forever. But again, just staying motivated and knowing that I love lacrosse for myself. And, this was a sport that I was in for the long haul. And yeah, just stayed positive and keep trying. I think, there's a handful of players that were cut from teams that didn't make varsity, a year they were expected to, but just remained really positive and kept working super hard, and are now in the PLL, WPLL, on Team USA, Team England, like so many really great progressions. Is playing club essential to being recruited? I don't think so. I mean, oh, that's a tough one. Essential, no. Helpful, yes, like very helpful. I think there are workarounds, again, like going, coaches might see you play it in your high school game. They might see you a showcase, like if you can at least do 1 or 2 showcases. But again, just email coaches, reach out to coaches, y'all. Like, ask your high school coaches if they can reach out for you. If they have emails, you can find a coach's email on their website. Like, I was emailing coaches, just finding their email on their website, sending the assistant coach an email. Like, reach out, use the internet, social media to reach out and make it happen. How did I start my relationship with US Lacrosse and Inside Lacrosse? Probably by tweeting at them 3,000 times a day for 5 years. Just kidding. So with US Lacrosse, obviously the governing body of our sport, so I don't have like a super direct partnership with them, but I have worked with them a couple times. And the first, I guess, interaction I had with them was when they interviewed me for a piece about, who is official lax girl, who is this girl that like is tweeting about lacrosse all the time. And that was really fun. And they interviewed my mom and came to my home and talked to my family, and we did pictures, and it was really cool. And then I was asked to be a Sankofa lacrosse clinician. Shout out to the squad. Hey Anthony, I know you're watching. Appreciate you. So yeah, I get to travel with them and coach in different cities and meet a lot of really cool people. And then Inside Lacrosse, I think I emailed them and was like, I want to write for your magazine. So I had kind of a small column that I did for them. And then our relationship just kind of continued. And, I've gotten to know Hallie, who is the women's editor, fairly well, and a couple people that work there. They're all really great. So yeah, just making friends through social media. What things do I look for in film? So I guess I'll answer that twofold. When I'm watching film to like get inspiration or kind of get an idea of how I should play, or different ways that I can improve my game, I kind of try to pinpoint a player that plays my position or that I really admire, and then I try to see, okay, how are they playing, and then how can I emulate that. So for example, I'd watch Kayla Trainer and I'm like, okay, when she rocks, like this is how I interpret film. So y'all don't have to do it this way, but I studied computer science and I bad at math, but I love numbers. So I would say, okay, Kayla rocks 6 times or 5 times in some plays, and that's how she gets rid of her defender, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm rocking. And eventually I stop counting. Eventually I just know that I'm doing the rocker dodge this many times and I'm getting around the crease, or I'm faking this many times. Like it starts out really cerebral for me because that's how I learn, and then I let go of the numbers and I just do it. But that's how I watch, is I just watch their motion, their movement, and try to break it down for myself to like ways that make sense. Do I have any pets? No, I don't have a pet, but I wish I did. I really want a puppy, so maybe when I have a house I can have a puppy, but I really want a puppy. What do I do in my spare time? Y'all, Atlanta has such good food. So in my spare time I eat a lot of good food, hang out with my friends. I love just like driving around. I go hiking. I go love shopping. So I try to find like little stores, little towns, go to coffee shops, museums. Love museums. I love art so much. So I try to go to art museums. I'll drive to Chattanooga because that's really close. I'll drive to Sewanee to go see family and friends. So yeah, different stuff like that. Just try to be out and about. But I do also love to just chill. So I might just stay home, watch some Netflix, watch TV, watch movies, watch lacrosse. Like I love just eating snacks and watching games. That's like my thing. My favorite food, I love cheeseburgers. Definitely, yeah. Cheeseburgers and burritos are tied at like my top 2. How's my work ethic changed the last couple of years? I think that my work ethic has increased, and I've also learned how to better manage work. I'm a fairly analytical person, so sometimes I get really anxious about things and I overanalyze, and so that was some of what fueled my work ethic, because I was like, I have to do this until it's perfect. But now I've learned, I don't have to do until it's perfect. I just do my best. I keep trying. And as I've entered the corporate world, especially, like, I've learned a lot more just about how I work, how best I work, how to break down work for myself so I don't get overwhelmed, things like that. So I think it's increased as I've entered into new realms and found new things that I like to do, but I've also become a better worker by understanding how I work. My favorite song right now, let me look at my Spotify, because I always have Spotify on. Let's see. Y'all, I have so many songs on Spotify. Okay, so Everybody Mad by OT Genesis, but the Beyonce remix, okay, y'all know what I'm talking about, from Homecoming. Wonderful. So good. My proudest accomplishment, professional or personal? Proudest accomplishment, I think launching my business, like I said, Hama Beauty. That's HAMA beauty.com. It's a data science-based company that recommends beauty products to people, and I'm just so proud of myself that for the past year I was able to work on something and then execute it to the best of my ability and just make it happen, and it's been amazing. I'm so happy. I love it. And maybe personal, I think moving to a new city by myself, that was really scary and like super hard, and thankfully I had my roommate here, and my friend Alex, who I absolutely adore, was also here. But moving to a new city is hard. I'm really attached to my family and I love them so much, so it was tough, but I made it and I'm here. I do have a podcast. I have a podcast called Shooting Space on Inside Lacrosse, and I talk to some really, really cool people within the game of lacrosse. I'll name some. Vassiola, one of my really good friends, Foss, interviewed her. I've interviewed Taylor Cummings. I've interviewed Kylie O'Miller. I've interviewed Taylor Thornton, who I adore. And yeah, it's just ongoing and it's really fun. What is some advice for athletes going to the next level? Recently committed to D2 school. Yes, congratulations, Taylor. That is awesome. I think, just pace yourself. It might not be exactly what you wanted it to be right when you get there. You might be overwhelmed with school, with practice, but remember, you belong there. You've worked hard. You've earned it. You're going to crush it. And yeah, just enjoy your time. Enjoy being with your teammates. Enjoy being with your friends. Really embrace, the challenge of being at school, and don't forget about your academics. Like, I think sometimes it's hard to do 50-50, but just do your best, and give yourself a chance to relax. Like, sometimes you're just going to have to go take a nap. You're just going to have to just close your laptop, close your books, go lay down, make sure you eat. Do not go to practice without eating. Do not, what else? Don't forego sleep. Like, make sure you sleep. Do you ever think now more than ever coaches should be pushing players to work on lacrosse, or should they only push working lacrosse a little bit? I think it will vary by coach and by program and by the goals that they have, but at least from the coaches that I know, and what I would do as a coach is just make sure my players know that I care about them, and that, this is a really hard time for everyone, and like there's so much going on. So you can't expect, and this is my personal opinion, like you can't expect your players to be perfect 24/7 and to like only be doing lacrosse. Like, there's so many things happening, and so many things happening in our brains and in the world, and to some extent sports should be a fun thing to do, right? Like, going out to play lacrosse should be something fun that the players want to do, and of course, you can encourage your players to work a little bit, but yeah, I think just acknowledge that there's so much going on, and we're just all doing our best. You're welcome. Yes. Happy birthday to Kendall's mom. Thank you for the support. You rock. Really appreciate it. I love birthdays, y'all. My birthday's in September, so it's really far, but I love a good birthday. Love birthdays. Love birthdays. All right, let's see. Does anyone else have any more questions? I'm a little over, but I also am not doing anything else, so I'm here. Let's talk. Let's chat. It's a beautiful day, and I keep looking out the window because it's just, there's like so many trees in my backyard of my apartment. So yeah, just doing trying to stay positive in quarantine. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope your families are doing well, and just know that we're all in this together. Everything's gonna be okay, and yeah, we're gonna be good. Any camps or plans in the summer? Yes. So I was supposed to go. Y'all, it's so heartbreaking. My friends, my beautiful, wonderful friends, and I, were gonna go play together in a tournament. Obviously, that has gotten canceled for safety reasons, but it's all good. So, I don't know. I think this summer I'm just gonna chill, lay low. Might take some time off. Hopefully, go see my family soon because it's been a while since I've been to Maryland to see them. Would love to be planning camps and different things like that, especially in Atlanta because I just moved here, like I said, and I really do want to get more involved in the community. So anyone who's watching this in the Atlanta area looking for a coach for the summer, holla at me. I'm free on the weekends. What is one of the challenges I face each season or a recent challenge I had? I think a continuous challenge for me, I'll show you. A continuous challenge for me is just being in my head. Like even in tournaments, like I'm supposed to be traveling to Europe to have fun. I'm supposed to be, going to Florida to play to have fun. I'm supposed to be going to Cali to play to have fun. Playing in my league in Atlanta to have fun. Playing in box to have fun, y'all. And I am on myself. I'm so hard on myself. I'm like, girl, it doesn't matter that guy weighs 205 pounds and is 6'3". You better get that ball from him. Like. But yeah, so a challenge to myself is to just have fun. So it's always something I'm consistently working on for myself is like, have fun. Don't be so hard on yourself. But that's a life thing. Favorite story from playing international lacrosse? I got a couple. I'm trying to think which are my favorite. I think my roommate Sierra and I are we're just two peas in a pod. Like, get each other super well. And it was so hot that day. Like, I think we were in Amsterdam, like right outside Amsterdam. It was so hot, y'all. It was like 102 degrees and it was too much. So we come back from our games. We're so tired. We like took showers, whatever. And then just like I plopped in my bed, she plops in her bed, and we fall asleep and woke up at like 11. And this actually happened on multiple occasions. We just like fell asleep and woke up and everything was closed except the KFC. So we walked to KFC across from our hotel and like ordered from, the KFC. And it was awesome, and like trying to guess what all the words were, and then just went back to our room and ate KFC another time. And I think, yeah, this one we were like right in Amsterdam again happened. It was super hot. I don't even think we played that day. We might have just walked around, but it was so hot. We were so tired. Again, go back, fall asleep. Like everyone else, walked around and like had dinner. We just went to bed and woke up at, I think it was like 1 a.m. and the only place open was a falafel shop. And so we walked to the falafel shop, like arms linked, because we were scared, like we don't know where we are, but we're just gonna walk 2 minutes to the falafel shop. And it was some of the best food we've ever had. It was so good, and got some fries, and it was just really cool. So I'm always thankful to have a partner in crime that understands that like I need to nap, and I just, sleep is like the utmost important thing. My shirt says Lacrosse the Globe. And I received this shirt at Lacrosse. Was it Lacrosse? Yes, it might have been at LacCon from a really, really cool group that I met there. So at Lacrosse Globe, you should follow them on Twitter. Yes, love Southern food. I'm always crushing. Listen, JR Crickets is my jam. JR Crickets is my jam. My season got cut short. Any tips for staying involved, staying in shape if travel team gets canceled? Yeah, definitely. So I'm sorry about your season. Shout out to everyone. Like, sorry that y'all seasons got cut short. Yeah, I think just stay fit. The running, eating healthy when you want to. I'm not the best at that sometimes, but I think prepare with travel in mind to like stay in that mindset of, okay, like I'm gonna play travel, even if it might not happen. Just still try to stay in shape in the event that it might happen, and if not, just know that everyone else is going through it too. We focus on academics as well. Obviously, it's a lot more time to focus on academics. Keep your stick skills up, and yeah, just stay positive. Stay in touch with your teammates. Don't ghost your teammates, okay? Because they're still your friends, so y'all gotta stay in touch. What other countries have I played for, and are the rules different there? So I've only played with the team that's based here through United World Games, a bunch of players from the US, and we have a British player, shout out to Lizzie, who we adore. But I've played in Germany, Czech Republic, why am I blanking? Holland, and Belgium. Yes, yeah, that's all. And I think the rules are a little different. Like so here we're what, 7 aside, like 7 across the training line. And I want to say we played 6 there. And then for some tournaments, like they'll require you to play with the international stick, which is why I got this one. But sometimes they don't really care and they just let you play with whatever. There's no running, through the crease. There's no, I'm trying to think what else is like super different. No self-start, obviously. Trying to think what else were the other rules. Yeah. And we might have I think it just depends on the tournament and what they feel like playing. Advice for playing MIDI. Yes, so sometimes I'll play MIDI in Summer League, and I would just say, be ready to run, get that endurance up, get that stamina up, do what you gotta do. But also be willing to say, like, I need help. When I play MIDI, sometimes I forget that I can ask for a sub, and I'm just there, like, trying to chase someone and running after them, and it's just not working. So do not be afraid to ask for a sub, because that's okay. You can ask for a sub. It can happen. It can happen. All right, well, I'll obviously plug my socials. I got a good question. What albums or podcasts are you listening to right now? So podcasts. So I love How I Built This. It's an NPR podcast, Guy Raz, and he is awesome. And I learned a lot about different companies. So I'm, really big into business. So I learned a lot about like Sweet Green, and I learned about Burton and Burt's Bees, and just literally any company you can think of, they probably had on there, and it's so good. Let's see, what other podcasts am I listening to? I'm gonna check my Spotify again, because again, they're all right there on Spotify. Let me not play one randomly. Spotify always recommends like new podcasts for me, and I'm like, no, we good. Creature of Habit. Pod Save the People. Love that one. Happy Hour with Gretchen Jarity. She's super positive, and just love her YouTube channel, love her podcast, love hearing what she has to say. Inc. Founders Project with Alexa Von Tobel's really good. On Purpose, Jay Shetty's good if I want to lift up my spirits, stay positive. And yeah, that's what I'll be listening to. How do I suggest getting recognized by coaches? Like I said, I think emailing them, reaching out to them, letting them know that you're interested in what they, in their program, what they have to offer, their academics. Don't forget to mention the academics, because you got to say, I want to play lacrosse, but I also want to study at your, art program, or study your English literature, your engineering, like show that you have researched the school. YouTube channel, when? Glad you asked. Yo, this took a lot for me to be like on camera. I will be 100% honest. I am so like not used to being on camera. So I'm used to podcasts and like talking, because I don't know, can always just talk to people for hours, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna work up the courage to start my own YouTube channel, and because I really want to vlog the box experience. I wish I'd vlogged it, because it was so much fun. So hopefully this summer, when lacrosse things open up, I can start a vlog and vlog through hopefully some sort of fall lax and through box in the winter. So keep an eye out for that. Yep, so it looks like it might be my time to wrap it up. But thank you all so much for joining. This has been awesome. I've loved answering all your questions. Please follow me at Official Lax Girl if you don't follow me yet, and tweet at me. I'll follow back. I love, talking to people. Always feel free to shoot me a DM, shoot me a tweet. I'm just always open to talking to people. Let me see if I have any last minute nuggets of wisdom. Let's see. I'll do 5. I'll try to do my top 5 nuggets of wisdom. Number 1, don't be hard on yourself. Always show yourself love. Even if you miss a pass, you miss a goal, like, it is not the end of the world. It is going to be okay. Everything is okay. You're fine. Number 4, focus on your academics, school, right? So like I mentioned, You know, I got a full tuition scholarship to school, and that was huge for my family, huge for me. That was such an amazing opportunity that I was able to take advantage of. And then I was able to join the lacrosse team at Sewanee because of that scholarship. So like, academics matter, and on the field matter, and just like do your best wherever you are. 3, be a good teammate, right? Be a good person. Be kind to your teammates as much as you are kind to yourself. You know, if you see someone who's down, if you see someone struggling, always ask them if you can help. Offer, you know, the extra hand. Number 4. Be good on social media, y'all. Listen. All eyes are out there, okay? Don't be on TikTok just going crazy. You know, you're representing yourself, you're representing your program. Try to put your best foot forward, even if it's, you know, being funny, inside jokes and things. And yeah, just, you know, we can all have fun with social media, but let's be responsible and be kind, and only, you know, tweet at people the way we'd want to be tweeted at, and insta at people the way we'd want to be insta at. And then my last 5th nugget of wisdom is just, especially during this time, you know, I'm trying to have a really grateful, thankful attitude, and just be thankful for the people that are in my life, for my health, for my family, for my opportunities. So yeah, let's just all be thankful. And thank you again for joining. And again, my shirt says Lacrosse the Globe. Sorry, I'm a little short, so can't really reach that far up. But yeah, hit them up on Insta. Hit me up on Insta. Appreciate y'all. Much love. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this. Have a good night. Peace. And follow me, Artificial Lax Girl, on every platform. Thank you, Taylor, for letting me take over your channel for today. And yeah, I look forward to chatting with you guys later.